guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure you've already seen this look if you've seen my most recent Disney video. I decided to do a makeup tutorial since you guys had highly requested a makeup tutorial from my last video. So this will be my summer fun makeup tutorial, and let's just jump right into it. Starting off, I'm using a BB cream from the brand Pur-lisse. So I'm using a lot of products today that I got in my Ipsy subscription, and I really like them. I got my Ipsy subscription because I used to work for Sephora, and I was always trying new products, and I feel like I haven't tried anything new in a while. So I'm trying out this BB cream, and I really like it. I feel like it's perfect for summer. It's lightweight coverage, and it's kind of buildable too, but it provides those great aspects of a BB cream such as SPF and hydration, so I think this will be a great shade for me for this summertime. To create more of a natural look with this too, I'm just lightly going over this with this brush I also got from Ipsy, and I'm just lightly buffing that into my skin just to make sure that looks really smooth and natural. This is definitely more of a light coverage foundation look. I will be setting it though. I'm using my RCMA powder just to lightly set that. I don't want my makeup to crease throughout the day, even though it is a lighter foundation. You probably don't have to set it too much, but just to be safe rather than sorry, I'm going to lightly set my foundation as well. So this bronzer from Ciate I also got from Ipsy, and I love it. I feel like it's such a great shade. I'm a little bit fair right now, so it works perfectly. It just gives a really subtle contour or bronze. I'm putting that on the hollows of my cheeks as well as my forehead just to kind of give my face some overall color and a little bit more depth. I'm also going to lightly contour my nose with the same shade. A friend once told me that if you just use a small amount and a big brush just to contour it, it makes it look really natural, and I've been loving contouring my nose that way. This highlight I also got from Ipsy, and I'm obsessed with it. It is so flawless. It's from Urban Decay, and I'm just blending that into my cheekbones. What I really like about it is I feel like it's really buildable, and it just kind of melts into your skin. It doesn't look super flaky at all. It just gives you this flawless highlight, and it just blends in so smoothly. So I've been obsessed with this recently. If you guys want a little bit more of an intense highlight, I always use my hands to apply the highlight just because the oils in your fingers and the fact that your hands are warmer helps warm up the pigment, and it makes it even more sparkly. Kind of like when you're putting a shimmer pigment on your eyeshadow. You'll see me do that later too. But I just do that just to help make it a little bit more pigmented. The blush I'm using today is from Bare Minerals, and I love this blush. I feel like I am such a chicken when it comes to trying out new blushes because I'm just a sucker for just plain light nude, mauve pink. I just think it's just really soft and pretty, so I'm putting barely any of that on. And I know you guys already recently saw my Wunderbrow tutorial, so I'm going to lightly just do my brows. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I just recently posted a review because I was getting so many questions on how to use it. I'm trying to keep my brows light as I'm filling them in. I don't want to do anything super intense. This is more of my natural look, what I would do every day in the summertime. Of course, taking one of my favorite palettes is the Sweet Peach palette, and I absolutely love how this smells. I recently used it on some prom clients, and they just loved it. I feel like everyone just loves this palette, and it's really pigmented. So I'm using some of the lighter shades just to help put down a base color, and then I'm going over it kind of with a light brown shade just to kind of warm up my crease. Since I do have hooded eyes, I'm concentrating a lot of these darker pigments on the outer corners of my crease just to help fake the illusion of having a crease when I really don't. I'm using these warm tones. I'm just focusing that a lot on the outer corner of my eye. As you can see, I'm blending it with the fluffy brush. I'm spending a lot of time blending this out. I'll be very light-handed when I first put the pigment down, but then when there's less pigment on the brush, that's when I really start to blend it out and up. Taking a smaller brush, I'm going to start deepening up that color, really making it pop. So I love those colors from the Sweet Peach palette. It's like the more warm brown tones. Don't worry, I'll leave all the information down below. But I'll just lightly put that on with a smaller brush, and then I will blend it out with the bigger brush. So I'll put the pigment down with the smaller brush, and then blend it out with the bigger brush, just to make sure everything looks nice and smooth and blended. So this is the part I was talking about earlier when it comes to shimmery shades. I like to use my hands. I feel like it makes it a lot more pigmented. You could also use a brush and some Fix Plus to help make it more pigmented. I like to use my hands, and then I'm also bringing down some of that warm pigment underneath my eyes just to finish it off. I feel like I didn't used to do this, but then I started doing it because I feel like it makes the look more full. I decided to magically adhere my lashes today, but don't worry, I will leave the link down below to how to get the lashes that I am currently wearing. I know a lot of you asked about that in my recent Disney video. For lips today, I really couldn't decide on which one I wanted, so I decided why not combine the two. So I am using this first liquid lipstick. It's a matte liquid lipstick. I believe it's the shade Crush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm putting that down first. And since it is a matte liquid lipstick, that's why I'm going over it with the gloss. I'm not crazy about liquid lipsticks like the texture, so I don't mind including a gloss as well just to put on top to help kind of keep and maintain that glossy look. And that's it. So I'm just going to set that with a setting spray. That just locks your makeup in and makes sure it lasts longer, helps it last longer. I know that towards the end of the day my makeup will tend to break up a little bit on my face. This just prevents it from happening sooner. My hair was actually curled the whole time. I pulled it back while I was doing my makeup, but now that I am done, I can brush out those curls. I'm just gonna run my hands through my hair, again to make this look more natural so that the curls aren't so tight. This is something I do all the time during the summer, just to kind of give my hair some extra volume. Speaking of volume, I'm going to use my Dry Bar Triple Sec. It's like a texturizing spray, and it helps with texturizing and volume. It's just like a miracle product, and I love it. So I'll just throw this in my hair too, just to give it a little extra oomph. And that is the finished tutorial. So thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love wearing this type of makeup. I feel like most of the time I just wear very natural, very light makeup. This is just very me, and I know I will be wearing this all the time during the summer. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!